Yo, I came here to do a quick schedule release reaction with these Dallas Cowboys, man. I see a whole lot of optimism in regards to this. I don't see it, but I guess we about to find out what they what they optimistic about. So, it's only two? I thought I seen three preseason games. Yeah, where the Raiders at? So, oh yeah, oh yeah. And the cool thing about it is, no matter what they bring in, I think that's a dub for Dallas. I honestly do. And when we get there, I'll tell you why. Uh, I ain't gonna hold you guys. We ain't gonna just skip. We gonna get straight to it. So I want to start real quick with this preseason. So we got the Rams, Chargers, and the Raiders that I've seen. I don't see it on my app thing, but I did see the Raiders on there, right? I think that Raiders and the Chargers game will be some good work because the Raiders and the Chargers, they trying to go ahead and establish an identity. And I know with them two coaches, Pierce and Harbaugh, it's a physical identity. So them two teams is probably going, regardless if it's the backup, so whoever the case, they're gonna try to bring some physicality. So that'll be a good test to see how this team responds in that manner. Especially because we can't see Zimmer made a statement about being thin. So with us being thin, we may think somebody's a second string, but he might end up having to be a heavy contributor this year. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna bring somebody in, and I'm talking about a D tackle. But for now, I mean, we got a whole lot of unknown, and I just can't really see how we could be optimistic with the unknown. Because even though we're probably going to have a couple more additions and probably some subtractions, when we go through July and August, it's not going to be just a huge turnaround. So, and we know that Steven and them is cheap. So what? It ain't like they just going to spend. They ain't like they gonna spend on some Gucci bags. They're gonna be shopping at the Salvation Army in the thrift store. So, but yeah, man, let's get into this. So the first week, right, is the Cowboys and the Browns. We go to Cleveland. I'm gonna just be honest with you, and I'm just gonna tell you that that is a L. That's a L. That is a L. Uh Cleveland got a little squad. And we a new squad. We got a new D coordinator. Uh Look, I ain't seen no physicality. I ain't seen no physicality change. We ain't seen nothing. And it's a possibility we could be playing two rookies on that offensive line. Huge possibility. The defense is thin. Diggs is coming off the ACL. Or was it ACL or Achilles? One of them. Well, he's coming off a huge injury. We probably might be relying on a rookie, and Bland maybe on the outside. Nah, this is an L, y'all. This is an L. Zadarius Smith, that front that they got right. Zadarius Smith, Dalvin Thomas, Miles Garrett. That's a good front up. That's a good front. That's an L. Dallas Cowboys may fight early. but that is an L. I don't even think that's an L. So we 0-1. We start our season 0-1. Week 2, we go to the Saints come to us. Saints and the Cowboys. I believe that is a dub. I believe that's a dub for the Dallas Cowboys. Right? I don't think Derek Carr. I don't think Derek. I think what's his name? Zim. I think Zim will be able to go to put up a nice plan to probably free up Micah to be able to wreck Derek Carr in that game. I mean, they don't have much. What they have, Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, Cedric Wilson. I mean, if we can't get in, and they got the rookie tackle, Caesar kicked out to right guard, Cam Jordan, old ass. Uh, Not too much pass rush. I mean, they got Chase Young though, but ain't too much pass rush. I believe that your Cowboys can go ahead and get this dub. It'll probably be what's up, Jay Bird. It'll probably be a fight a little bit, but I believe your Dallas Cowboys will be able to get that dub. I don't foresee too many blowouts from this team like it was last year, this year. I believe a lot of the dubs that the Dallas Cowboys is going to have to get, they're going to have to fight for. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't see how we good enough, especially with the increased competition, the tough schedule ahead. Zim trying to go ahead and see Zim. When I talk to Zim, right? I mean, not when I talk to Zim, but when I hear Zim ain't even had his hands on a lot of these players the way that he wants to yet. And we in May now, I know, and we got a new defensive coordinator. He trying to install discipline in this team. This team is fragile minded. This team doesn't play as a one unit. We got a whole bunch of individuals on this team. Zim is going to be spending a lot of time correcting that. A lot of time, he's going to spend a lot of time trying to boost these people's confidence, get them to play his way. He going to go through some bumps and some bruises. And I think our bumps and our bruises going to come a little bit early. But I believe the Dallas Cowboys start 1-1, but I think it'll probably be hard fought. The Ravens come to the Cowboys in the next week. Ooh. Oh, man, Lamar come through early. I think the Ravens win that game. I think they win that game. They win that game. And I'm going to tell you why they win that game. This is why the Ravens win that game. Because, as I mentioned before, Zim is going to try to install discipline. But as you can see, in years past, when it came down to containing quarterbacks the way that we supposed to, we don't do it. Micah's not disciplined. And we would want to go ahead and contain Lamar and make him a passer. I think that they'll start off trying to be disciplined, but I think they'll have undisciplined moments. And Zim is going to be pissed. And he's going to free up and it's going to kill us in certain instances. Lamar, Henry pissed. Henry pissed at us. So Henry, I'm so anxious to see how this run defense is supposedly. I mean, Zim's saying the right things, but Zim, you just don't have enough time. You don't have enough time, padded practices. You dealing with these young cats who don't care. Now I know people want to go ahead and absolve Dan Quinn from responsibility because they want to talk about Jerry and his cat. We know Jerry and them cheat, right? We already understood that. But I don't want to go off too much because we're talking about the schedule, but a lot of talk has been around Mozzie, right? Here my thing about Mozzie, right? All right, let's say for instance, if Dan Quinn didn't tell Mozzie to lose the weight, right? So you telling me that Dan Quinn didn't have the wherewithal to go, hey Mozzie, man, look, we drafted you to be a one tech right now. You out here looking like a safety. It looking like you on Jenny Craig. Like, do you got food at the house, bro? I know you was a first round pick, but do you got food at the house? Like, come over here, come over. Let me feed you real quick, right? Come over for Sunday dinner, right? He couldn't say nothing like that. So you tell him, but so you telling me that Dan Quinn was just passive and was just letting Jerry and them do all that? So then why? So if that's the case, if they ain't letting you be free, then why sign for some head coach money? Oh, you'll take the money. You'll take the money. You'll take the money, but couldn't deliver the coaching. Come on, man. You telling me that we ain't hear no reports in the organization. Dan Quinn and Jerry and Steven had at odds because of player acquisition. We couldn't hear none of that. The time where we hear nothing but rumors, whether it's smoke or fire or nothing, we tell them you couldn't hear none of that. Dan Quinn was okay with it. No matter what they said, it was okay. He was okay with that. Like, how as a defensive coordinator, you okay with playing Marquise Bell at safety pretty much the whole year? You didn't make no adjustments? Come on, man. I'm not buying that. I am not buying that. Jim's hard job to bring a few people back down to earth. Yeah. Yeah. You got him at 10-7. Dak delusion, you got him at 10-7. 10-7. Yeah, we already on the third one. Right now, we got the Cowboys at 1-2 so far, right? That Ravens defense good, right? You got Flowers, Aguilar, Bateman, Andrews healthy, likely coming at you. I think they're gonna try us physically. They got an offensive line that's gonna probably try to maul you. They're gonna test our heart, and y'all know I'm running at Micah. Now I know they lost what's his name? Queen, but they're replacing it looks like with Trenton Simpson. And we know about Trenton Simpson. Roquan still in the middle. They still got beast up there, man. That game might not be too pretty, man. Uh, if I were y'all early on, I don't unless y'all want to go see Lamar. If you want to see a good game, I'm not too certain you should go to the Baltimore Ravens game if y'all in the Dallas area. I'm not too certain that you guys should go to that game if you want to see a good game, home or not. Uh so the Cowboys and Giants, right? We play the Giants on a short week at the Giants. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this year, I think this year they split with the Giants. I don't know when, but looking at this schedule, I wouldn't be surprised if they split early. They're going to lose some games in the division that they shouldn't lose. I can tell you that right now. Uh man. Whoo! Man. I don't really see them. I don't see them 2-0 on the Giants this year. I don't. I don't. Man, I got them at 1-4. Was it was it 1-4, 1-3 or something? I got them winning one game right now. I don't yeah. That Giants defensive line is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. You got Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence. Man, I think they coming. And right now, and here's my thing, and what's gonna probably hurt us right now is this trying to get our rookie offensive lineman incorporated. I think the Dallas Cowboys is probably gonna have a rough start, but I think it's gonna get better as we go. But hopefully it doesn't get too rough where we can't recover from, right? Seeing how, like I said, seeing how with the padded practices, New defensive coordinator again, right? This is Mike McCarthy's third defensive coordinator in his tenure. No continuity. No continuity. That's crazy. And then it is throw him out there in the last year. They thinking Dak gonna build up. They look, Dak going to get some. Hey, look, you gonna really see about your boy Dak this year. All the Dak, you gonna see about your Dak going to get some real defenses this year in the season, not just in the playoffs. You gonna see about Dak this year. We're gonna see what he really about. We're gonna see if that's MVP level. But I think they split with the Giants this year, y'all. I got one game. Oh my God. But uh like I said, I think they split. That's tough to go play that Ravens. They gonna beat on you. Then you gotta fly to New York. Cowboys and Steelers. Cowboys and the Steelers. That's I think Cowboys pull that one out. I think they pull that one out. Now, I know they got a quarterback, but I think the Dallas Cowboys pull that one out. I think they pull that one out. Uh, I know Russell got some rookie wide receivers that he throwing to a Roman Wilson. He got Pickens. I think if Diggs ready, I think Diggs would clamp on Pickens. Uh, yeah, Van Jefferson. I mean, shit. If we losing to Van Jefferson, Roman Williams, then I don't know what to tell you. Najee Harris. Y'all know I'm not really too big. I'm not saying I'm not too big on Najee Harris. I think that'll also be a hard fought game, but I think with the rookie center that they got and they got a rookie tackle, I think that Zim will be able to take advantage of that. And I think the Steelers defense will probably like keep it close and make it mud, but I think that the Dallas Cowboys will go ahead and get that Steelers win. I believe it's in Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken, too. Yeah, I think we go to Pittsburgh and get that win. We've been I remember the last couple of Pittsburgh wins, if I'm not mistaken, is when Zeke hit that game winner and with Brandon Carr getting that interception and not taking it to the crib. I believe that was the last two, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the Dallas Cowboys get that dub. I believe they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. We. We. Oh, the Detroit Lions come to Dallas. The Detroit Lions been wanting this get back, right? The Detroit Lions been wanting this get back, man. They was calling about us. They was disappointed they couldn't beat our ass in the playoffs. We ain't even in the playoffs. They be like, man, we really wanted Dallas, though. They said we really wanted Dallas. Detroit get that dub. They gonna get that payback. They got that game circled. I can assure you of that. They got that game circled. I can assure you. Terrion Arnold, Carlton. Yeah, Detroit got that dub, y'all. They got that dub. Ooh, they got DJ Reader. And ooh. Yeah, they lost. Yeah, that's a loss, y'all. That's a loss. I'm just from what we got now, I'm just being realistic. To me, that's a loss. Uh, so what? So the Dallas Cowboys got a bye, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me see. So they got a bye. Now I'll give you some good news. Cowboys and the Niners after the bye week on the Sunday night. Cowboys get that dub. 49ers is illing from that Super Bowl. I don't think Greenlaw will be ready. They're probably gonna deal with that after Super Bowl effect. Cowboys get that dub. They'll think that it's a mental hurdle, but I think I think Zim will make sure you get that dub. I think Zim will make sure we get that dub. Zim will make sure that we get that dub. I think we beat the Niners. 3. Falcons, Kirk Cousins. We got the black Kirk Cousins and we got the white Kirk Cousins. I think the Cowboys get this dub as well in Atlanta, where the players play. I think the Dallas Cowboys get that dub as well in Atlanta. What we got? Pitts. Let me go look at their depth chart real quick. Let me look at their depth chart real quick. But I believe the Dallas Cowboys get this dub because we going off of coaching. We going off of circumstances. Now, we already know that there's certain circumstances that's going to happen. Because I believe last year I called them 11. Last year I called them 11. I was one game off. Drake London, Bijan, Kyle, Rondale Moore. Dallas Cowboys got this dub. Jake Matthews. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys got this dub. Grady Jarrett Grady Jarrett's still going, huh? He's still going, huh? But Dallas Cowboys got this dub in Atlanta. I think this is where they're kind of maybe trying to start, put some things together. Eagles and the Cowboys. Eagles and the Cowboys. Ooh. Oh. Eagles and the Cowboys, huh? Damn. Kellen Moore, huh? Eagles and the Cowboys. That's tough. They're going to split. I just don't know which the split is going to be, though. They're going to split, though. They're going to split. Let me see something. They're going to split. I just don't know when this split is going to be. So they got Saquon, Parker. Oh, man. Oh, that's tough. I don't know when this split going to be. If I had to tell you something, at home, nah. That could be an L. That could be an L. You know what? No, that's a dub. That's a dub. That's a dub. So we got 5 so far. Texans and the Cowboys. I think even though the Texans have messed around and improved tremendously, I think the Texans will always be the Cowboys' little homie, no matter who they got. I got the Cowboys winning that game. Cowboys and the Commanders. Doomsday. Cowboys and the Commanders. I don't think that rookie quarterback got nothing for us. I know they're going to try to come to play, but I think the Cowboys get that dub. So that's 7, right? 7 wins so far, right? Giants and the Cowboys. We already split with them. They get that dub. Bengals and the Cowboys. Joe Burrow on a Monday night. That's an L. Is Joe Burrow playing? That's an L. If he's not playing, that's a dub. But we're going to assume that he is playing. He going to tear your ass up. Yeah, he going to tear you up. Maybe I am kind of favoring them then, huh? We got 8. Cowboys and the Panthers. We go to the Panthers. Damn. Y'all might be right, though. Cowboys and the Panthers. Let me see. Yeah. It is. Oh, you think Fresco gonna beat on us? We got Buffalo? Hold on. Am I looking at the right one then? We got Buffalo? I didn't see Buffalo on my thing. Maybe my thing tripping or something. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm gonna be honest with y'all real quick. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This stretch with this Cowboys, with this Panthers, the Bucks, Eagles, Commanders, with the way that bye is in place and going to the Panthers at 10 o'clock on a short week on a Monday night, we're gonna be disappointed that game. That's an L. That's an L. I don't think that's a win. That's a L. That's a L. I don't think I know they like it's the Panthers though. I think Bryce Young play a game. I think on a short week, they can probably have some type of fatigue going all the way out to Carolina from a short week, even though we got a luxury of it being home. That's a L. Uh Buccaneers and the Cowboys. Buccaneers and the Cowboys. Jeez. Buccaneers and the Cowboys on a Sunday night. The Dallas Cowboys need this dub. I think they get that dub. So we had 9 games so far. I think the Dallas Cowboys get that dub. Buccaneers got too much taken from them. I think I think Zimmer will get us that dub though. Not Dak. Zimmer will get us that dub. Zimmer will get us that dub. I got the Buccaneers. I got that being the dub. Let me see what the Buccaneers got real quick. Let me look at that Bucks. Let me look at that Bucks depth chart real quick. Let me see where they headed at. Rashad White. Yeah, that's a dub for the Dallas Cowboys. Who the hell is Yaya Diaby? Whoever the hell that is. That's a dub though. Uh Eagles, that's a L. We splitting with them. That's a L. I don't know where the Eagles gonna be at, but I think that's a L. We splitting with them because it's like I think we split with the Giants and we splitting with the Eagles. That's 9 games. That's 9 games so far. And the last one is the Cowboys and the Commanders. Now let me tell you this. Now let me put this on you real quick, right? This can go either way. I had the Dallas Cowboys. Uh, I think I remember. I think I originally told you guys before I even seen the schedule that the Dallas Cowboys would win 9 games. Right? I had them at 9 games won. The NFC is still weak, right? And bear with me. I'm leading up to this last one. I think the Dallas Cowboys, right? I think they're going to need this last game. The Dallas Cowboys are going to have to play 17 games. I don't think the Commanders going to have anything to play for other than to beat our ass because I see what the Commanders done, but I don't see the Commanders changing up. They don't have for what Quinn won't. They're gonna have to piece some of them things up. I think they're gonna have the illusion that they having a culture change. And I knew that the Dallas Cowboys was gonna beat them early because that's a quarterback who is a rookie quarterback who needs to develop seeing the field. So the Cowboys will get that early. I think Zim will get us that dub. I think Zim gets us some of these dubs though. I think Zim tried to put up a plan to get us some of these dubs. Because if we didn't have Zim, if it was Dan Quinn, we probably only had like 5-6 wins, to be honest with you. But I think Zim will get us a couple of these dubs. He's gonna have a rough start early on, though. That's for damn sure. But I think the Cowboys need this last game to get into the playoffs. And I don't think, and I don't now Now let's say I don't know how. Of course, we don't know how it's going to be. We don't know how it's going to be. Whether they need to get the win, and they might need to get the win, but they might can still get in relying on somebody else. But I think in taking care of their own destiny, because as you can see, this game is either on the fourth or the fifth. And I think if the game have some meaning, it probably would be on the fifth, right? Probably like a Sunday night game. I think Dan Quinn might send your ass home. I don't think you win that game. I don't think we win that game. I don't think we win that game. And I think we out here relying on somebody else to try to get in. And if we get in, we didn't got lucky enough because the NFC is still not good. That's the only way we get in to the offs this year. Is it because the NFC is not that good this year? Because I looked at the NFC, I don't see it. I still don't see it. They made improvements, but I don't see it. Uh, I stand with my 9. And if we get into the playoffs, it's because somebody else and helped us get in on that last little wild card spot. Now let me now I tell you this because let me tell you this. Let me see, because we already knew that ass whooping was coming with Detroit, right? All right, let me see something. NFL teams. I'm gonna tell you where I'm at in the NFC. So the Eagles will probably be in the mix. The Packers will probably be in the mix. I don't know if the Niners going to be in the mix this year. They're going to have a tough sledding, I believe. Detroit going to be in the mix. And I don't know about the Vikings. Seattle got a tough rep, but we don't play them. Ain't worried about the Cardinals. Tampa, right? As you can see, as I'm going down the list, right? But we don't know how this season gonna play out. Because there was a couple of wins that I called as wins that was losses, but it all ended up being around the same thing, right? Because like I said, I believe I called 11 last year and it was 12. I'm calling 9 this year though. And if we get in, it's because the NFC as a whole is trash. I got 9. I don't have faith that we're gonna beat these superior teams. I don't have faith. I don't see how our roster is good enough to beat the Browns. I don't see how our roster is good enough to beat the Ravens, the Lions. I think we could beat the Steelers. The Niners, I think they'll finally get that against the Niners. Falcons, you never know, but I believe I had them winning. Eagles split. If you want to put the Texans in there, I think that's just be a mind control game, and I think Cowboys will get that. Hopefully they get it. Bengals, that's ass whooping. And I think I think we probably split with all of our division this year. And I think if he was to beat a team twice, the best chance for that is Dan Quinn. But I think we split with all of our division this year. Y'all know how that go. We always got a couple letdowns, man. I mean, what can Zim possibly do within a few months? This is damn near like a COVID year, if you want to look at it. Like the way we practicing, the way we got to be hands off, the limited pad practices, the work that he got to do. I think a lot of people underrate the work that Zim got to do for this team, especially on defense. I don't see it. I don't see it. And now I heard Zim made a statement about He made a statement about I forgot what he said though, but he made a statement like he's gonna be here past this year. He made us it was in when he was talking uh I can't I forgot who he was a Worder or something. He made a statement like he was like he like I think he slipped up. I don't think he understand what he said, but he made a statement that like that I looked, I was like, oh, he's already damn near guaranteed that he's gonna be here past this year unless something dramatic happens that like hell no, we don't want you here. That was crazy to me. So then if that's the case, then why sit over there and try to give fans like he just here to try or something, like he just here to do some dirty work, when in all reality you plan on either giving him an extension or making him damn near the head coach. Oh, you think about Cincy now? My Eagles got CJ Gardner back, that rookie going lock down CD or Cooks. I see 6 wins, but like I said, they are tanking for Shador. Jerry loves Dion Sanders and I already see what they are doing. They see the marketing possible. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, Tuesday. I kind of was thinking the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. Cause man, hey, when Jerry see hey, you want to see Jerry get aggressive? When Jerry see that money that Dion and them, what have you probably mess around and all of a sudden Dion done told Colorado he gonna be there for the next 7 years, and all of a sudden you see Dion hired at head coach and his son at quarterback. Wouldn't that be something? The same old culture. We are gonna be ooh man. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. And with that 9, I thought about it. I slept on it too. When I looked at things, I think I was kind of being generous. I think I was kind of being generous. I don't think it'll be 5, 6. I don't think so. But you never know. We don't know what the future holds, right? But just going off of what it is now, uh I'll say if anything from 7 through 9, I wouldn't be mad at it. I was just looking at how everything play off. I think it's a 9. Even though we may beat certain teams, right? That'll mean that their record won't be better than us. Cause we got what Green Bay, Detroit gonna be in the mix, Philly probably be in the mix. Uh who else gonna be in the mix? Shit, I can't think about nothing right now. My mind ain't going right now. But some of these teams is gonna be in the mix, and I know we're gonna have some letdown games. Just like when we had Arizona penciled in, like we had that dub last year when we was doing the schedule release, and all of a sudden we out here getting punked. I said, "Oh," because I think mine was mixed up. I think I had us beating Arizona, and I think I had us losing to the Jets, but we didn't know that Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to be there. We didn't know Arizona was going to be here. I say I say this what I tell you guys at this point in time, right? Because I gave you guys the ceiling with these wins. The ceiling. I think the ceiling is 9. No matter how we play it, no matter how the games play out, I think the ceiling is 9. But whatever happens, they don't go ahead and make some improvements. Your floor could be 6. Yeah, I can agree with that. See, I'm not mad at saying 5, 6, 7. Your floor could be around that 6 area. I I'm not confident in this team whatsoever. I have nothing to be confident in. Tank is on his way out. New defensive coordinator. Got a big ass softy as your so-called star. Got a corner coming off injury.
Probably maybe had some corners that was protected by that pass rush. You got an old ass linebacker who clearly has lost 2 steps, but people see it as an improvement because he's actually a linebacker. Look how the standards is low. We still think, and we do, that Kendrick is an improvement because we didn't have no linebackers. We still got Damone Clark. We just pretty much going ahead and giving optimism to our Overshown because we know he can play, but he coming off injury. We got Maris, who they believe is just this, who they believe is what, Dexter Coakley or something, and I don't think he shit. I honestly don't think he shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might mess around and got a whole, you might damn near got a whole nother Jalen Smith, to be honest with you, right? Because some of the things that he was doing could remind you of a Jalen Smith, right? Right? Jalen Smith, he rushed a lot, right? And his best his best tape was his rushing. His best tape was his rushing. He missed tackles in a hole. He's slow to read. I'm just trying to figure out like how, and I disagree with Mike Zimmer so much when he said that he's so brilliant. If you're so brilliant and you do the work, then why is not translating to the game? Just like if I read a book, like I said, if I read a book and I don't apply it, what was the point of reading the book? No D tackles. Mozzie is 305 pounds. I think it's safe to say that we can't rely on him. You got a rookie 7th round pick who needs a whole lot of coaching. You brought in an undrafted free agent. You got Osa, but Osa without a nose guard, he ain't shit. We ain't hearing about Sam. They mistreating Sam Williams. We ain't hearing nothing about Fuhoku, who should have got time last year. Tank, even though he was our most consistent, he's soft. He's soft mentally. Talking about we was tired. I don't know how could somebody say some shit like that. We was tired. You got Marshawn Nealon, who we try to make a DN, who's really a deep tackle. Like you seen him get the other D. I seen a picture next to another deep tackle, and I didn't really see too much difference. And they think that because he's bigger, that he should come on, man. Man, if you don't go ahead and get that man a couple hometown buffets, a couple golden corrals, and beef his ass up and quit playing, we got a whole bunch of projects. Got a whole bunch of projects. The good teams that we see is going to expose Dak when it comes down to reading the field. Cooks. I mean, what we got from Cooks, we're gonna need a whole lot more. CD Lamb is gonna get even more attention now. So you got to hope for J Hop to go ahead and come in. You have no running backs, and you got 2 rookies that you could possibly rely on the offensive line. I don't see the optimism in having success in this season with a new defensive coordinator and a coach that's pretty much on his way out in Mike McCarthy. And then all of a sudden they give Al Harris this tremendous bump to assistant head coach, like he could possibly end up being your new head coach, maybe. Because they see what the Raiders did. And so they're like, maybe Al Harris can do the same thing. But who knows? I'm not as far as people talk about going far, don't expect it. It'll be a goddamn miracle if this team go far. But we ain't going far. I don't see it. Shit. I would love to go back to this video and tell you guys like, damn. Remember we were so we were so we were so pessimistic of this season. Now look, boy, was I wrong. You know, I would love to say that, but I don't think I'm gonna say that. Ceiling is 9. Floor is about 6. I gave you guys a ceiling with the 9. I was being quite generous with the 9, even though I originally said about 9. My 9 came from the NFC being kind of weak. That my 9 came from the NFC being kind of weak, and it does kind of go into our favor toward the end. But the early on, oh, it's gonna be brutal. We have no linebackers. Kendricks is washed up. Overshown is hugely overrated. That kid from Notre Dame overruns plays and will get confused by the misdirection and motion pro offenses run. And uh they about to play Overshown out of position. I'm hearing all these Sam. Now I'm hearing Weed. I think they can already play this man out of position. So I think that's going to start his growth. I think Damone Clark should just be shipped out of here. I think he's a waste of time. Now I know I heard Zim talk about we're gonna have 2 linebackers on the field and 3 at times. Look, Zim. It's a possibility, like I said, it's a possibility that this team don't respond to him. It's a possibility. Like you heard Micah talk about Quinn so much. Why? Because Quinn let him do what he do. He knows Zim ain't gonna let him do what he do. And Zim really and my thing and let's point this out. Because they say Micah is such a leader that we don't know what we talking about. Why is the communication between Zim and Micah on the phone so little? Why hasn't he talked to him that much when he's supposed to be the leader of the defense? Where Micah could be going ahead and working on a mentality not only of himself but his teammates and relaying the messages. We got Discord here. McCurley thinks that the Notre Dame linebackers are Sam. Zimmer thinks that he's probably the most intelligent human being on the team, damn near the way he says it. So you would consider that maybe a Mike, because I said that pick don't even make sense unless you're trying to make him a Mike. Like, why are we drafting a Sam in the 3rd round? That didn't make sense. But what do we know, right? Yeah. Woo wee. Tank, huh? I wouldn't be surprised. Especially this year. Like you can see it though. Like you can honestly see it. Cause like I said, what could these people possibly bring in that's gonna impact your team to give you like, oh, okay, man, they in business. If they couldn't do it in free agency or this draft, they ain't gonna do it now. Zim even told you, man, we thin at some positions. I know, Zim. And so they thinking that your coaching job is going to make up the difference. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Silly rabbit, tricks are for mother and kids. Doomsday, appreciate that. 499. You can tell Zimmer is already frustrated. His body language and how he's talking, it shows going to be a long season. Yeah. I was looking at when it first started, right? Appreciate that. That super chat though, Doomsday. But when I first seen when the schedule dropped yesterday, and I was seeing things like 12, 13 games, I said, whoa, I'm seeing Cowboy content creators tell the people 12, 13 games, and they rolling with it. I said, whoa. What on the schedule to go ahead and tell you 12, 13 games? What about this team tells you that we gonna be the beast of the NFC? what am I missing? What am I missing? I don't see it. I don't see it not one bit. And I was on, so I was on Twitter, right? When golf got paid, right? I was like, damn. So they trying to give golf, I mean, that pretty much damn near more than golf or whatever the case may be. And I said, golf a better quarterback. And they try to tell me, and there was some Cowboys riders though, right? Not even the fans, like we know, you know what I'm saying? It was some Cowboys riders though. It was some Cowboy riders, some people who cover the Cowboys to tell me that I was wrong. I said, hold up. What's the criteria that's universal that we judge quarterbacks off of? He said it can't be wins. I said, no, 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 no. I said, because if he was going off wins, Dak could be a Hall of Famer. All them scrub ass teams. I said, what Dak has ever done for this team other than be scrubs? I said, you can't see it. I said, the proof is in the pudding. Jared Goff done took two teams to the NFC Championship and really should have took two teams to the Super Bowl. But his defense failed him against the Niners because Jared Goff was balling. Jared Goff was playing some good football. He did his part. But they can be like, but you could say that for Dak. I said I could point you to some games that Dak has lost to team. I could point you some games where the defense, especially against the Niners in the playoffs, where the defense held them to a good amount where it was time for Dak to show up. Did he show up? No. Early on, he throwing a pick six. He throwing a pick six through Michael Gallup's way. Why in all these big games he's throwing multiple interceptions? Why we can't just play and then they gave me an argument. Oh, but he beat Come on, bro. He beat Russell Wilson. In them circumstances, everybody named Mama knew that the Cowboys was going to beat them teams. We knew that we was going to beat the hell out of the Tampa Bay Bucks because we knew that they didn't have nothing, Tom Brady or not. We know that it was the end for them. We knew that it was going to be a wrap for the Seattle Seahawks around that time. So what is we talking about here? I wouldn't be surprised, especially early on. And I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dak plays so horrible he gets benched. You going against some real contenders now. You're going against the Lions, the Ravens, the Bengals. Even though I think we can beat the Niners, though, you're going against the Niners. You're going against Cleveland. Pittsburgh would be a tough outing. But you're going against some people who really going to challenge you, though. You're going against some people who piecing together their teams just to beat your ass. Everybody want to beat the Cowboys. And if the Cowboys ain't on this game, if they ain't on that game, it's not looking too good. Dak was a runner-up MVP. Who is he going to get benched for? Now, Charles, let me tell you this. What about that season? What about what Dak did in that season gave you MVP? MVP vibes, like he was a true MVP. That's like in the basketball, right? It's the same thing. It's funny. Let me make this correlation because it's the same thing. Sabonis, right? Sabonis for the Kings. He had MVP. He had MVP votes too. They'll look at the stats, right? They'll look at. Oh man, he's damn near getting triple doubles like this. He damn near get double doubles a night. But look at the circumstances. Look what he really do. Well, one, he always got the ball in his hand. He pretty much the point guard for the Kings. You better get 10 assists. The offense run through who? You better get 10 assists. You a 6'10", 6'11 big. You better get 10 boards in a soft-ass NBA. You a big under the basket where bigs is there a famine on bigs? That better be barbecue chicken where you get 10 points. But when it was time to go against big games, right? But it's time to go against some real centers who gonna go ahead and really push on you and really give you this work like some loonies in the playoffs, you don't show up. That's the same thing with Rain Dakota Prescott. Yeah, you'll go ahead and light up the Patriots. You'll light up the Giants. You'll line up all these scrub teams. But when we went against teams that's going to go ahead and give you this physicality, that's going to challenge you, that's going to really go ahead and make you read, what do? Nothing. Nothing. They look at the Lions when we really should have won. The Lions really beat us. They really came back and they really beat us. We got lucky. We was getting ready to self-destruct that game. When I need Dak the most, all right, let's go back. Hold up. He led the league in touchdown passes. That says a lot. Not to me, it don't. What's his playoff record? What's his record in big games? What's his record against good defenses? That don't mean nothing to me. I mean, we get caught up a lot of the times, right? In mediocrity. We get caught up because he went against his JV team, so he lit them up. And we think that what he produced was just elite category. It's not. It's not. The league is watered down. Beating on the Patriots, that's not good. That's good, but that ain't what the team wants and desires. The team wants and desires winners. We want to go far. So I'll go ahead and rebut with this. If the Dallas Cowboys have an MVP candidate, right? If he has a Charles, no, Charles, no, Charles, 30 points, no, no. That was garbage time. That was garbage time, Charles. That was garbage time. That was garbage time. And that was truly garbage time. The game was over. They playing bend but don't break defense, so they let them go ahead and getting them yardage. But let me ask you this though, right? And I'm gonna ask every Dallas Cowboy fan that love Dak this question. It's not just for you. If he is a MVP candidate, a elite quarterback, then why does it have to be perfect around him? Why do we always have to give him help? I see a team in the Kansas City Chiefs. I done see Mahomes, who is an MVP and always an MVP candidate. I see him win bowls with Valdez Scantling. Who the hell is a Valdez Scantling? I see him win a Super Bowl with a rookie wide receiver in Mecole Hardman in a running game. And with a left tackle who holds. I see that if you take Patty Mahomes out of the equation, that team is night and day different. But I've seen when Dak Prescott was out of the equation, and this team didn't miss a beat. This team actually won some big games with Cooper Rush at quarterback. So how is it that this team ain't missing a beat without its MVP? Do I need to carry on? Teed up. Salute to them. We just had to start real quick. Yeah. Appreciate it. We gonna see. The Dallas Cowboys, let me tell you something what the Dallas Cowboys need. The Dallas Cowboys need them a quarterback who gonna read that defense, who ain't gonna panic under pressure. Because in too many big games, we don't have big time players. They always say, right, big time players make big time plays in big time games. So if big time players make big time plays in big time games, then who's the players that's making big time plays in big time games? Because in too many instances, we done seen number 11 fold in big time games, and he's supposed to be one of the greatest players that ever graced the Cowboys, that's on this earth. It's supposed to be when we hear Michael Parsons, we hear just greatness. We hear LT. You think LT gonna let the 49ers pitch shutouts against him? You think what Troy Aikman allowed for the 49ers to beat his ass the way that the 49ers have been beating the Dallas Cowboys up? What Michael Irvin gets shoved by Jair Alexander and don't do nothing about it? Not get in his face, not make no play, not stun on him, no nothing, no competitive nature. Would he allow that? Would Charles Haley, DeMarcus Ware, or whoever you want to go ahead and put, allow for Zach Tom to shut him out? Would Dion not have made a game-changing play against the Packers? Questions that we could all can answer, huh? Mm-hmm. Our team doesn't have a competitive nature. It doesn't have a competitive nature. A lot of your players are just here for the money. I mean, Micah tells you this all the time. And like I told you, I would never ever condemn him for wanting to go ahead and worry about life after football, worry about his health. I would never condemn him for that. But he the one that did all that talking. He the one that opened his mouth and told us what a priority was for him is to get a ring. Now you telling me that the shit that he do, you telling me that's Super Bowl worthy? That's what Super Bowl team do? Fuck no. Hell no. Ain't none of your players on your team you could go ahead and say, like, damn, we building something special. When the last time have you said, like, damn, we really building something special over here in Dallas? It's been a minute, huh? CD is a talented player. But CD, that's my Oklahoma. That's my Sooner. CD is a very good player and deserves that 88. But that Dez Bryant, Michael Irvin, fire, and he ain't even got to be outspoken like them. Because you can tell a competitor when you see one. Like Shea Gidgers Alexander, right? He ain't no fiery dude like that, but you can tell that competitive nature is in him. Do you see that with CD? No, you don't. When things go tough with Micah, what does he do? He puts his head down. He quits. He quit on you more than one game this year. And it was all, it's like teams really took his will from him. As a Super Bowl champion, as a person with Super Bowl aspirations, will in football is so important. What did they teach you growing up? We have to impose our will on the other team. And that's exactly what they allow to be happen to be done to them. A lot of teams are imposing their will on them. When have you seen the Dallas Cowboys impose their will on another team? You ain't seen that since what, 2016? When we was running the damn ball? In all reality, right? It's not ideal to start a rookie center and a rookie left tackle and you're trying to contend. It's not ideal. It's either got to be one or the other. It's not ideal. It's not ideal to say that you want to run the football and you want to be a physical team, but you bring a running back in that lost 2 or 3 steps, that's just happy that he got a job, that just really wanted to be back with the Cowboys. It's like they did a favor for him. You should have left his ass where you got. Come on, you should have left him. You should have left him where didn't nobody want him. That's what people is not understanding. Didn't nobody want Ezekiel Elliott but the Dallas Cowboys? Because if so, they would have brought him in. Didn't nobody want his ass? Why? I'm not about to give you hope tomorrow. Oh my God, he still have juice left. Yeah, Zeke can go ahead and pound the football a little bit, get you a couple yards here, get you a couple first downs, pound the ball goal line. But guess what? Running back, you need some juice. You need to be able to get to that hole quick. You need to have that burst through the hole, even when you're pounding. You can't wait hella long. That hole, that the way that hole opens up, it'll close up just like that as well. It'll close up just like that. You need juice there. Can you get the ball to Zeke 20 times a game? No, you can't. Thousand yards don't mean shit no more. Didn't Tony Pollard have 1,000 yards? It doesn't mean nothing anymore. You have another game now to get it. You have 17 games. 1,000 yards don't mean nothing. 1,000 yards from a wide receiver don't mean nothing. It don't. It's they passing the ball 40, 50 times a game. That shit don't mean nothing no more. It don't. Throwing hella touchdowns, that shit don't mean nothing no more. Where is the will to win? We talking about, oh man, we gonna regret Tyron Smith. Man, Tyron Smith, he was very good at pass protection, but his ass wasn't getting to the second level in the run game. Zach Martin sucked last year. They be like, what you mean, Zach Martin? Zach Martin did not play it up to Zach Martin standards. We forgetting that too. I made a statement early on in the year. I said, man, Tyler Smith is your best lineman on the team. I got a lot of flack for that, but that's looking to be true now. And it was true then. You need juice, youth, desire, aggressiveness, aggression. Your Cowboys, no matter what we say or do, won't be shit this year. You know why, y'all? Because we soft as shit. We soft. We are soft. I don't give a damn what Zimmer come up in here and make improvements on. Yeah, you might probably play some better run defense. You might decrease in the pass rush some, but your team is soft. Your leaders are soft. Dak is your leader. He is soft. Micah is your leader. He is soft. CeeDee is your leader. He is soft.
DeMarcus Lawrence is your leader. He is soft. Soft. He's soft. These people are soft. They said, oh, we're going to bring Ezekiel Elliott back to bring a level of toughness. Man, we don't need smiles in the locker room. We need frowns. We need somebody getting socked in their shit because they didn't want to go ahead and play physical. That's what we need. We don't need for you to turn the other cheek on the football field. We need you to slap it. We got some punk on this team. We are soft. You didn't get nobody in the draft to be like, all right, bet. Just like with the left tackle, right? The best left tackle. I stand on it. Best feet in the draft. He ain't no mauler, though. Cooper Beebe is a mauler because you remember we said we needed a physical center, but he got limitations athletically. You got the Notre Dame tackle. I don't know what the fuck he doing half the time. You got Marshawn Nealon, who they try to make it a DN, but he's a D tackle. Bro, you drafted a DN who couldn't get the edge against a bum-ass college team. If you look at, I believe it was a Syracuse game, he was on his ass on more than one occasion. You drafted a wide receiver who can't get no separation, especially on the top of his route. You drafted a D tackle who be getting turned and who also be on his raise, boom, boom. That's who you drafted. Big don't always mean good and always mean he gonna get the job done. Looking at that Auburn D tackle, he reminded me of Hankins in the Green Bay game. It was time for Hank to go. Man, blow this shit up. Do not sign Osa. Trade him right now. Blow this shit up. Get what you can get. The way that they drafted, they showed you what this is going to be. They're not banking on this year. You can't tell me the moves that they made this year is somebody that's all in and they're banking on to win this year. You can see what the Lions did. The Lions said, we're banking on this year. The Lions fixed absolutely what they needed to fix in free agency and in the draft. They needed they needed corners. They went to go get, what was it, Dean or Davis, Carlton Davis from the Bucks. They got him and they drafted a corner along with the one that they already have. Got Branch. Their secondary is fixed. They wanted to improve in the they got Reader. And guess what? They drafted a linebacker because they knew that they was going to need one this coming up year, and now he's starting, and he coming right in. They prepared for this. What have you seen your team prepare? Mozzie Smith, we were supposed to be relying on this motherfucker this year. This man is 305 pounds. He's mentally shot. You have no D tackles. You have no linebackers. What the fuck is this team going to do? I gave you 9 wins because that's how horrible the NFC is. But like I said, that's your ceiling. 9 is, I gave you ceiling. Your 9 is your ceiling.
Your floor, which is more, your floor could be 6'7". This ain't it. And then you think you better go ahead and give Dak 60? I'm out. Hell no. You're gonna probably pay CD, Micah. You gotta pay Tyler Smith. What, you want Bland back? You gotta pay him. You're paying Donovan Wilson, which I don't understand why the fuck you would sign him. You're gonna sign one of them linebackers. Absolutely not. This ain't it. This is not it. I don't. When they told you 12, 13 teams, I can bet money we ain't winning no 12, 13 games. We wasted money. You paid Gallup. You paid Gallup. Why? I don't know. I'm on record on this channel before they sign and said we don't need Gallup. We can replace him cheaper. I'll find a video and show you. We don't need. Why the fuck are we signing Wilson? We didn't need. I told y'all this last year. And all of these signings get ready to be gone. This team GM sucks. Your players are soft as shit. You can't win. You can't be soft in a collision game. We don't need good men. I told you I want some thugs. If he's a felon, guess what? Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. If he did some time, guess what? Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. That's why I made a post on Rashee Rice. I said when he got the, I said that's my type of player. Even the Chiefs will tell you that. The Chiefs had Frank Clark. They got Rashee Rice. They showing you winning is a priority. They showing you that winning is a priority. That they are not content with what they have. They want to continue to have that feeling. Winning the Super Bowl is like getting high. They want it and they want to continue to have it. They gotta have it. And that's what you need. And that's what the Dallas Cowboys supposed to be about. They're really like Jerry Jones is really like erasing all the good things that ever happened in his early tenure by having these last 30 be completely terrible. You had opportunities to make that one move or that two moves to complete, but it didn't happen. What's going on? What's going on? This is ridiculous. And no, no, no. You cannot feed me optimism that this team is going to do something. You will not feed me optimism because I don't see it. I know what my eyes see. I know you botched this draft. Like I said, the best thing about this draft is the future of the offensive line. No, no, no. What you gonna do at head coach next year? Because it's Mike McCarthy ain't gonna be here. Your team ain't gonna do nothing this year. He gone. What you gonna do? Al Harris, Zimmer. Oh my God. No hope. But I'm gonna be here with y'all week after week. I'm gonna be with y'all week after week. We gonna go through this together.
week by week. We're gonna go through the pain together, week by week. Don't let him feed. Don't let Jerry continue to feed. We should be used to it by now. They'll give you something to go ahead and get your hopes up and get you speaking in tongues. They be like, oh my God, it's the same. It will be week 6, week 7. Oh my God, it's the same old Cowboys. Oh my God, they don't want to win. And then when we get the all season, oh my God, Jerry about to really change though. He about to change the Cowboys. This is the year. Stephen A be right on that. That's exactly what they doing. Feeding you bullshit. So they'll go ahead and grant some of them content creators certain access to continue to feed, to get you guys to go ahead and continue to spend your money, continue to go ahead and get you engaged. See, they ain't gonna, with me, they already know, no, we gonna stay away from him. See, he speak to he ain't on the bandwagon. He ain't gonna feed them lies. He ain't gonna sell them dreams. You damn right I'm not. I'm gonna call it like I see it. And right now, I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing it. I am not seeing it. But we're gonna see, like we always do. We getting closer to that time, y'all. May's almost over. Training camp is coming. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. But all right, y'all. I'm up out of here. To the next one. We go.